Detroit Lions. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it.
And his first look is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Derek Barnes in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That is caught, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he's brought down at the 16.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 11.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the 50, it's Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Forced out to his left. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Goff on first down.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And in for the Lions touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 29 yards.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
And out now come the Eagles.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Looking to throw. Complete to Zaccheaus. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. He'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Derek Barnes
drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's Goff. It's Williams on the catch. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw left side to Reynolds. Oh, what a move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive, this offense.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
On first down, Hurts fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On the option to give to Swift here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Gets through, and now an opening.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
37 yards.
And the Lions are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
There he goes left side.
Down the left sideline.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Hurts going to keep it on the draw. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box, they need to add more people.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, they'll be back at the 36. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
65 yards.
And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Goff on 3rd down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of, 18 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Goff looking to throw. Flush to his right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now back to throw. That escapes the sack. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to throw again.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Now, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do. It's like,
and shedding the tackle, and now some room.
Inside the 10.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
62 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Goff. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Keeps it.
Hurts fumbles it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and goal.
Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Hand off now to Gibbs. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.